Hmm. Alright, can't hear it. That works. Okay, what do we got? Okay, what do we got? Hello, how are we doing? Welcome to the room. What are we doing? Interesting. That was very interesting. Okay. What was the outcome of this? Abandonment of plans. Ah, very right on. Disappointed for sure. Okay. I canceled it. That's interesting. Okay, what would Spirit like to say about this? Alright, a new door has opened. Alright. Well, this oil. This is an interesting oil. Which I need to write down. Thank you. First, let's pick. What can Spirit tell us about this oil? Hello, flying flowers. How are you doing? Welcome to the room. Oh, wow. Well, I usually connect with people as we talk. It sounds like you're very pressed for wanting answers, and I can understand that. But I'm also a paid professional, if you're seeking out. I'm kind of just hanging out right now, building the channel up, subscribe, give some notifications, get some love, perhaps I'll give a small connection. I don't do free questions, though. Like, I'll connect with you and be like, oh, okay, this is what's, something I'm picking up on. But for questions are paid for. Actually, 2 questions for $5.55. Okay, more information on this oil. Like right now, I'm pulling a few runs on this oil. Hello, Tisha. How are you doing? Welcome, Tisha. How are we doing? Okay, the circle is completed. Tisha Burns, you were in before, I believe. I believe you were. How are you doing? Mm. Nice. Some nice new oils. I've been busy. I've been away, but I've been busy. You still there, Tisha? Flying flowers? Dun, 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 dun. Nice. Some worry night. 1 second. Here's what it is. Okay. Welcome to the room. +1. Have you had a reading before?
Their day.
May God bless me. You know why we tell everybody bless you, God bless you? God bless you when you sneeze. Because in medieval times, they thought you were releasing demons, so they would bless you. That's funny. That's interesting stuff. You have a nephew with you. That means I have to, does that mean I have to watch my mouth? How old is the nephew? Is he recording? Is he of recording age? Well, if you're going to hang out, Tisha, you have to interact with me. And then I'll be like, oh, that was so nice of Tisha to interact with me. And then I'll be like bored and be like, hey, Tisha, you want a few cards? Much better than how Flying Flowers did it. Okay, what day did I make this oil? I made this oil on Saturday. Okay, I don't want to damage the little one. Not that I'm that vulgar, but Saturday the 24th. And where was the moon? The moon was waning gibbulous. Saturday, 6. I say it was about 6:30 or 6 p.m. Let me say 6 p.m. Oh, I don't like those numbers we're working with. 11, 6, 18, and 1's reverse 9, 6 on a Saturday at 6 p.m. That's a lot of Saturnian releasing. What? Okay, never knew that, and I have headphones in. Ooh, she's got headphones in. That means we can do after-hour talk. Hey, I am just bored. What do I use those oils for? This conversation feels like it's going sideways real fast. You're like, I have candles and I have oils. Well, that particular oil is going to aid in opening roads into a few of my clients' lives and many different areas. Well, not many, but a few different areas. So it's a blessed, it's oil. It's been worked with and blessed. Be like, what's he do with the oils? What does he do with the oil? The oils and the candles. Like, what kind of room did I go into? Ooh, I didn't use blood. You can't hear the music, can you? Hopefully not. if you can, that I'm breaking many violations, and this will be booted off the site. Okay, good. I didn't ask you your age. That's a good age, 22. Why are you throwing me your age out there? She's like, no, we can talk about oils and candles. I'm 22. No, we can talk about that. AB. No, oh no. I see your picture. You are definitely not 14. At least not by the picture that you're, at least not by the picture you have posted on your account. Salpita. Sulfur Key. Dragon's Blood. Oh, were you? Well, you look very mature at 17. You look very... It was the lighting. You were attempting to look older at that age. Most 17-year-olds do. Oh, thank you. I'm actually having a very good day. I'm just catching up on some notes. I like to, write down my recipes when I make something new. That way I always have reference to turn back to. And things like that. Would you like a card, Tisha? What part of the country are you in? How's the weather where you're at? Oh, look at that. That subscription. Yeah, so you'll have to forgive me. I'm just now coming back onto the YouTube channel. It's a developing channel, but I've been away, very busy doing readings at some local events, and then there was the holiday. Okay, I'm in northeastern America, so I'm not exactly sure what part of Canada that is, but yeah, you're a skip over the border. You're a hit, yeah, you're a jump over the border. Nice. Would you like a card? You haven't even asked, like, what do you do? She's like, I'll just stare at this guy. She has no interest. She's just looking for somebody to hang out with. Thanks. Okay, nice. Nice. So I'm going to take that as a yes. Like if we can connect with, yeah, Miss Burns. So I'm downstairs online. One more. So one more. And I'm forcing myself to come online because this is what I do. This is what I do. Okay. Oh, so you do have the mental conflict card. You do have the mental conflict. So this shows it kind of goes good because you're at 22. This mental conflict's just a little disturbance in energy. We're trying to make some life decisions on which direction to go into. You know, concerning what's going to connect to your heart and your destiny. Your heart, your destiny. And I'm sure you are very empathic. And if you are, you definitely want to learn about your energy and how to protect yourself. So I open people to higher spiritual levels of awareness, consciousness, connection to their self. Are you living in the basement? Is that what you're saying? Some basements would be nicer than others. Well, meditation does much more than people realize. Like even if you're not feeling anything during meditation, it's usually doing a lot more than you realize. Okay, so we have something here for strength, power, and to remove blocks, and to aid in protection as you move forward. Hello, Jason. So you want me to see if you have an attachment, Jason? Jason, can you please subscribe to the channel? Click the bell for notifications so that we can stay and establish contact with one another. Alright, I'll just ask and see. I'm not gonna connect with your energy. I'll ask my guides to check for me. It's like, hey, I feel like I got this devil on my back. You want to check him out for me? Like, can you check this nasty demon out? It's like asking somebody to look at the pimple on your back. You're not asking somebody to look at the pimple on your back. You're like, hey, will you check out the demon on my back? I'm a psychic healer. I mean, yeah, there's some mediumship in there at times. Depends on, yeah, but I do more. Okay, hold on. Jason Ludwig. Alright, can you look and see if this person has negative attachments? Alright. Hello, Sophia. How are you doing? I'm picking up on 2 attachments, Jason. Tisha Burns, I'm a psychic healer, so I do readings, but I'm like an angelic, I don't know. I work in love. I work in removing attachments. I work in bringing love and soulmates together, opening yourself to higher points of awareness, opening your vibrations, your frequency. So those are the things I do. Hello, Sophia. That's okay. I didn't see a question from you anyways. Yeah, so I'm here just kind of hanging out, chatting, writing in my, some people have a book of shadows. I have a book of light. And, yeah, I have a book of light. So, yeah, just hanging out, doing small interactions with people. I don't do free work. I do small little connections here and there. I don't do free questions. I am a paid professional psychic healer. I work with energy as well as angels and elements and, well, crystals, whatever. But I'm able to remotely do my work anywhere in the world. So, yeah, that's what I do. Yeah. Don't worry, Tish. If it's not meant to be, it's not meant to be. Um, so Jason, did you hear me? You do have a few negative attachments with you. Sophia, I'm doing well today. Just kind of getting back into the swing of things. I've been out working at events all month. And then the holiday, you know, Glutton Day was a few days ago here in America. So we all sat around and ate. So I do many things, Tisha. Jason, you're doing other things. You've been doing some work as well. I mean, other than mediumship. Some spiritual work for yourself, yes? Like spell work. You've been doing spell work? Or however you want to refer to that. Yes, I remember from like originally Tisha. My part of the world it's pronounced Tisha. In your part of the world it's different. Well, I can feel that something's on you because of a magic. That's why I'm asking you. So, God be with you. God be with you. Well, if you like, you can always add me on Facebook and personal message me. Like I said, I'm a paid professional. All my work is, especially work of that caliber, is done through reaching out to me in a private message. If you like, we can have a reading, but you said you didn't know how to do PayPal. So, more than likely, you're not going to figure out how to get that answer either. They're linked. Tisha, your question is linked into the PayPal account that you can't figure out how to use. So, alright, we gotta check. Ooh, saltpeter. Well, Jason, you're not my client, so I don't really want to connect to the stuff that you got going on right now. If you were a client of mine, that would be a different story. If you were a client of mine, we wouldn't be discussing this in a public chat room. So again, if you want to continue, to look into your work and to see if there's something I can help you with, you can please reach out to me on Facebook. Just personal message me. How do you know if you're psychic? Well, what kind of psychic do you want to be? What kind of psychic would you like to be? That's a very vague question in this type of work. Okay, so how do you know you're psychic? What? How come you're not asking me how do you know if you're a magician? Imagine. Maybe you're creating instead of receiving. See, there's a fine line. What is the difference between receiving something and creating or projecting something? It's a very good question, Sophia. Like, how do you know that you're psychic? Maybe you were like creating that situation, or were you perceiving that situation before it happened? It's a good question. There is a fine line. It's kind of beautiful. So, how do you know if you're a psychic? There's different psychics. There's mediums. There's clairvoyants. There's psychic healers. There's people who locate lost items. I mean, but there's people that rise up above any labels at all. So that would be more of a, I don't know. I'm really intrigued by this. Let's see. Can we see the, show me the energy of this container, within this container? So it's, and it's, you don't necessarily have to be psychic to do spiritual work. So you see what I'm saying? So a lot of times, it's not even a question of being psychic. Perhaps you're gifted in something else in the spiritual field. You know? Some people aren't psychic at all, or at least they don't claim to be, and they just say, I'm a really good card reader. They'll take on that title of tarot card reader. So what I do is I open people to their highest potential, their truest potential within this lifetime, by opening your energy, opening your frequency, to higher vibrations. Oh boy. Oh boy. Maybe I should light something for the altar. Oh boy. Well, the thing about altar fabrics, you're going to get burns, you're going to get wax. Okay. What's that going on here? Oh. Oh, that's hilarious.
I can't see my face, but I think we're live. So hi, I'm Helena.
Hi, I'm Erica.
And we're here, Excite, and today we are going to pull a tarot card for the entire week to give you an idea of what is going on this week. So I think what I'll do, I'll shuffle.
Let's see what these ladies have to say.
See, both of us. And if you are here looking for a reading, I can't see anything at all, so I'm just going to tell you to please go to bestpsychicsite.com. The readings are $1 a minute, and I can tell you if you're looking for a card, one card is probably not going to solve all the issues that you might have, so I highly recommend going to bestpsychicsite.com, where there's always somebody available to talk to you for $1 a minute. And now I'm going to give Erica the deck to shuffle.
All right. Warm things up a little bit.
We're live at the pyramids at Giza. Yeah, I wish we were live at the pyramids at Giza. But
I don't know your shuffling tricks.
oh, it doesn't matter.
I'm just
Just go
moving them
for it.
around.
Just go for it. Oh, and right now Mercury is retrograde. So what does that mean? Mercury retrograde means that for the next couple of weeks things are going to be difficult. I'm actually about to look on my phone to see. Would you like to pull the card?
Yeah.
Oh, there we are. I can see us. Awesome. So I'm going to pull, have Erica pull a card while I pull up my special app. It's an app that tells me when Mercury goes retrograde. So, and when it goes direct. So right now we are in the retrograde. We are in the retrograde, and it will be retrograde until December 6th, and then for at least a week afterwards we'll be in the shadow of Mercury retrograde. And what that means is that we will have a lot of communication snafus, because Mercury rules communication. Mercury also rules anything electronic. So this is when appliances break down. Be careful in your car. Be careful on computers. It's best if you can avoid it not to sign any contracts right now, because things can go completely, or things are misunderstood easily. So we have a card.
Yes.
So what is our card?
It's the Emperor.
Okay. So I actually, do you do readings as well?
I do angel cards, and
okay.
I just started learning about angel tarot, which is sort of like a crossover into tarot.
Yeah.
So, and with like an oracle card reference in there. So I'm not all that familiar with the symbology.
So I'll talk a little bit about the Emperor. So this is from the deck that I created, the Fellowship of the Fool, which there's also an app for that. Called the Fellowship of the Fool if you look on the App Store. But in any case, this is the Emperor, and as you can see, he's got the world in his hands. So this energy, it's also the number 4 in the major arcana of tarot. So that energy, that 4 energy, is very stable. It's very steady. So even though Mercury is retrograde right now, this will probably be a good, steady week. It's also a week. Emperor could represent someone who is your boss, if it's somebody in your life. If it is you, it could also represent...
It's pretty generic.
That you have come to a certain place in your life, and that you, unlike a king, you've earned everything that you have. You worked hard for it, and you got it. And now the world is your oyster. You've got the world in your hands, and you can go forward and do whatever you wish.
And what a perfect way to end the year.
That's right. Great way to end the year. I hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving, and I don't know if you have anything to add.
No, just for me, like the biggest element of this card that comes up so strongly for me for interpretation is the color red. And, you know, red, of course, symbolizing strength, vigor, vitality, power, going right along with the Emperor.
Yeah. So he's got it all. He's got the whole world in his hands. And hopefully you will too this week. Yes.
Is that the card for the week?
Yeah, this is the card for the week. So it's a great card. And 4 is also the number of building things and having a stable foundation. So if you are like doing work on your house, maybe this will give you a little bit of a reprieve from the chaos of Mercury retrograde.
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
So have a great week. I'm not sure how to do this. Max has the power. I need Max. So we'll just sit here and talk until Max comes back.
Yes,
I
well,
guess.
I wanted to mention when you were talking about.
God, I gotta turn this shit off. Fucking, this one thing I just can't stand is, generic. A generic cookie press conversation. Hmm. Oh.
And we're seeing it so much. But the truth is,
Okay, why are you little nets around? Well, Mm. Yeah. All right, I did an hour. Bye. I'm easing back into